you know, I mean, my armpits got damp, my stomach fell, you know, through my butt crease. It was, yeah, it was that was the experience of it, you know. It was like, so yeah, I just agree 100% with what these guys are saying.
What am I going through?
We just need to acclimate.
I don't want to acclimate, I want to go.
Absolutely not.
So I want to start just by asking kind of about the immersive experience that it seems like this movie must have been, because not only are you in these environments that were kind of built from the ground up in Hungary, but also you have a director who built this huge story bible kind of detailing the entire culture history and like dealing with these characters. And I'm curious just kind of what that experience was like for you and how it ultimately influenced your performances.
Did you hear that Ari wrote a 100-page story bible for this?
No, I didn't know.
You didn't know about that? Okay.
This is news to me.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like buried somewhere in a mountain in Sweden or something crazy, but yeah, he did.
Underneath that, like a...
Something horrible.
yeah.
Some's a dead animal.
Yeah.
With flowers in its eyes.
Yeah, it's not surprising though. I mean, I'm not surprised to hear that.
It's just a matter of like sticking to the plan, mostly because I just can't think on set. I mean, I can rely on my instincts, but it's so stressful that, you know, it's the least creative time possible for me. And I don't know how actors do it because it is so stressful, and you do need to be like very present. And I find that it's almost impossible to be totally present on my own end. And so it's always exciting when actors find ways to not be constrained by this extremely anal, retentive way of working. And luckily, Jack and Florence and Will and Vilhelm were, you know, just really game, and they're all just really tremendous actors. So I was very lucky.
And I think this film, you know, was so well thought out and conceived in such kind of detail and with such a kind of meticulous attitude to all the characters and all the action that you see. Ari is you know, phenomenal in that sense. He's like a pointillism painter or something, where he just, you know, commits to every single element in the frame and makes sure that everything is there for a reason and informs you of all of that, so that, you know, you can kind of serve the story as best as possible. So it's a pleasure to work with someone who's just that artistically invested in their work.
You, as a cast, will get together and you'll rehearse the scene, and you'll kind of have the freedom to walk around and see where the blocking sort of lands. But with this, every shot was so meticulously designed that it's like we need to rehearse the blocking and know where we're going to stand first before we start to really rehearse the performances and see what we're going to do, which can be tough from an acting perspective. But fairly quickly we realized that to do that and to have those long takes gives you an opportunity to tweak and alter your performance as much as you want every time. You can do something completely different every time. So there's actually also a real freedom, and there's something quite liberating, even though the blocking might be quite constraining. Ultimately, I think that it makes for just spectacular cinematography, really, really beautiful, refined camera work.
We only do this every 90 years.
When the gruesome moments kind of come, at first it's like, I'm not going to show this, and then suddenly you're staring at it for 5 minutes. So kind of just like having the experience of it on set and then seeing the finished film, kind of how did they contrast?
I mean, when we saw it last week, we were just silent for like 10, 15 minutes. And then we're like, okay, now we can maybe start talking about it.
It's so true, yeah. To all kind of know to an extent what is going to happen, and then still have it be so shocking and so affecting, when presumably you should be able to see the seams of it and whatnot. It just speaks to the quality of the film and Ari as a director.
Gosh, a lot of it is instinctive, and so I don't know. I'm a big fan of body horror. You know, I'm a big Cronenberg guy. So I have a lot of fun with prosthetics and I think gore can be beautiful. I'm not a fan of the gratuitous, so I try to just like rely on my own instincts, because I tend to be turned off by gratuitous violence. But you know, I mean, I want the film to affect people and hit them in the right way, and so I don't know. It's yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely just sort of a, you know, I mean my armpits got damp, my stomach fell, you know, through my butt crease. It was that was the experience of it. You know, it was like. So, yeah, I just agree 100% with what these guys are saying.
Well, Marshall, that's the time. It was really good speaking with you guys.